Huh. Yes. Yes. Huh. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just finishing up my book. If you saw my other video, I was in the middle of reading it, and I just happened to finish it right now, and just want to show you the title again. So I highly recommend this one. This one's a classic. James Patterson's a great novelist, and this was just fantastic. I love the way it ended. I don't want to give away the ending, but let me just put it this way. Let's say good prevailed over evil. Let's put it that way. Okay? And one more time, just so everybody gets the title of it, okay, in case they want to go out there and buy it. I would highly recommend this book. Like I said before in my other video, classic tale of good versus evil. And thankfully, good prevailed. Okay. Hey, this is Trey Passer. I wanted to do another review, okay, of a movie, and have it here. And I just want to say again, this new reviewers channel is called the Movie Group 100. Great bunch of lads, great love of movies, and I would highly recommend you please sub to our channel. You know, like I said, a great bunch of lads who always do great updates and great reviews, and I'm truly fortunate and appreciative that they asked me to be a part of it, because I love movies and I love talking about movies. So this is a perfect vehicle for me, and I truly appreciate them having faith in me and asking me. So again, hats off to them. Okay, now the movie that I'm going to be reviewing today is a classic, and it's a Western. Okay, I love Westerns, love old and love the old movies from the 40s and 50s. I love those as well as the current movies, but I have a special thing in my place in my heart for these old movies. And this movie is a classic Western, again, by starring one of my favorite actors. It's called The Searchers. Okay, starring John Wayne, Jeffrey Hunter, Natalie Wood, Vera Miles. This movie is directed by John Ford, who was a great director, who directed John Wayne in other classic movies like Stagecoach. I think that was the first major movie for John Wayne that actually made him a star, which is a great movie, by the way. Anyway, but this movie, back to The Searchers. The Searchers is a great movie. Basically, it's a story about John Wayne's character is named Ethan. Let me make sure I get this right. His name is called Ethan Edwards, and he's a Civil War veteran, and fought for the Confederacy. And he goes home to Texas to his brother's ranch, where his brother's married and has two young daughters, and an adopted son played by Jeffrey Hunter, whose character's named Martin. And there's a little bit of a history between John Wayne and his brother's wife. It's explained that I don't think they really explain it, but it's implied that John Wayne had a thing with his brother's wife before his brother got with his wife. Okay, so but John Wayne's, like I said, he's a Civil War veteran who's returning to his brother's ranch to settle down after the war. And what happens next is there's a Comanche raid that basically wipes out, kills his brother, kills his brother's wife, John Wayne's secret love, kills the older daughter, and the younger daughter, played by Natalie Wood, whose name is Debbie, she gets kidnapped. Okay, so the only one left, like I said, is John Wayne and Jeffrey Hunter, and they have to go on, hence the title, a search for the young Debbie to find her. The story is basically their search for his young niece. Okay, but the great thing about this movie, the thing that I love about this movie, like I said, because they go through all these experiences trying to find young Debbie and rescue her from the Indians. But John Wayne, what makes me love this movie, a couple of things. The first thing is John Wayne's portrayal of Ethan Edwards. He's a hard man, and he has this visceral hate of Indians. He absolutely cannot stand them, and it's just John Wayne, I think, is one of his greatest performances. I don't think he ever got nominated for an Academy Award for this, but he should have been, because I think his performance in this movie is absolutely outstanding. Okay, and another thing that you should know about the movie, I'm not going to try to give everything away, but I'm going to tell you a few things. Okay, Jeffrey Hunter, who plays Martin, is an adopted son. He was adopted by John Wayne's brother's family, Okay, so he considers, of course, you know, his sisters, you know, sisters. He was raised with them, so he considers them their sisters. And John Wayne's always pointing out to him that they're not your blood kin. You know, he's pointing that out to him. He's always pointing it out to him. And the reason that Martin, of course, goes with him to help, you know, rescue Debbie is because two things. Because of course he was raised with them, so he considers Debbie his sister, and that's his family. So of course he's going to go to try to find her and rescue her and bring her back home. And then the second reason is because he's fearful that Ethan is gonna kill Debbie when they catch up to her, and that's one of the reasons, his motivation to go with him, just to make sure, because he's not sure, because he knows and he sees it, that the absolute hate that Ethan has for Indians, and he's afraid that once he catches up to Debbie, that he might just kill her, because there's a perfect scene that illustrates this in the movie, okay, where John Wayne and Martin, played by Jeffrey Hunter, they come upon these women that have been rescued by the army, that have been captured by captured and held for years by the Comanches, and the absolute look that John Wayne gives one of the women, that that's basically, she's for all intents and purposes an Indian, because she's been raised by them, and she's acting like, and he just has this, you can just tell by the look that John Wayne has on his face, the absolute pure disgust that he has on his face. And Jeffrey Hunter's character Martin sees that, and again, this is one of the reasons why he makes sure he goes and not get left behind, because he's so fearful that John Wayne's gonna, when they catch up to Debbie, that he's gonna kill her. Okay, but like I said, this movie is a classic, and there's other experiences that go on in the movie. I'm not gonna tell you everyone that it's better to see this movie, because, like I said, it's just a classic Western. Okay, and about a hard man, and family, and the search for, all the experiences that they go through to try to rescue young Debbie. And it's just a fantastic story, and the cinematography in this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It looks absolutely lovely on Blu-ray. Okay, and I would highly recommend this to anybody to see this movie. This is a classic, and that's all I have to say. Just get this movie, The Searchers. It's a classic for a reason. It's just a fantastic movie to watch. This is the reason why you go to movies, to see a classic tale like this. Okay, so that's my recommendation. See The Searchers, John Wayne. Definitely a great movie. And again, one other recommendation: get this book. Okay, it's a classic. Okay, and thankfully, good prevailed over evil, and Chris Blue 007 was defeated. And I want to just thank James Patterson for creating another classic. Okay, so this is Trey Passer, okay, for the Movie Group 100, saying so long, take care.